Broadcasting all over the world at urbanbroadcastmedia.com, delivering love and inspiration 24/7. This is UBM Praise. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries. Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
Let's go. Sir Walter Jones. Who is it? Sir Walter Jones. What's his name? Sir Walter Jones. Whose show is this? Sir Walter Jones. Who is it? Sir Walter Jones. Say it again. Sir Walter Jones. Who you with? Sir Walter Jones. One more again. Sir Walter Jones.
The Sir Walter Jones Show. Co-host Alvin Carter. We are a Christian talk show in where we tackle all the hot topics in a believer's walk. Wednesday is Music Business Night. Wednesday. Artists. We talk about the music ministry in churches, choirs, musicians, music directors, etc. And we talk about publishing, record deals, ASCAP, etc.
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
What's his name?
Sir Walter Jones.
Whose show is this?
Sir Walter Jones.
Who is it?
Sir Walter Jones.
Hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. This is Barry White speaking. We are excited to be here today. I got hit with something over the 24-hour period. You know, those of you who've been listening to me for the past few days, I had just got over the flu, and I just got hit with a laryngitis. They call it acute. It's not that cute. Yeah, and today of all days, I get hit because I have one of the most gifted families in the United States will be here, and they will be really making me jump up and down for joy in my very whiteness. We have the Thurston family. Y'all know Gina Thurston, Gina and Michael Thurston, who back in the day really took a lot of people by surprise. And what it did was it allowed a lot of us who were young, who were musicians, who were aspiring singers and vocalists, it made us feel like we actually had an opportunity, we had a chance. When Gina got that contract, we were like, OMG. She did something that many of us were trying to do at the time, and she opened the door for a lot of us. When Obama became president, and that's what happened, D. You got to cough it out. When Obama became president, there were little black boys saying at one time they thought that would never happen. And they had changed their aspirations and dreams. They said, I'm going to be a carpenter, I'm going to be a ball player. I'm gonna be all. Then when he won, they was like, oh, my God, I'm going to be the president of the United States. We used to say that back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, but we knew in our heart of hearts that ain't going to ever happen. And even little white boys were saying, one day I'm going to be the first black president. It was funny. But Gina Thurston came on the scene, and we knew about her through the local arenas and singing at all of the musicals and concerts and what have you. And then before you knew it, we would turn on the radio, and there she was. And then Saturday Night Sing, and we were like, man, if she could do it, we can too. And she launched the Chicago scene of a lot of our cats who are now recording and traveling and what have you. They're doing it now, and many of them giving credence to what Michael and Gina Thurston did. And so I have those legacies that are going to be here in the studio. And I have I don't know if this is the oldest. Okay, I have the oldest daughter here. Oldest girl. She's here in the studio, and she is a writer, composer, arranger extraordinaire. I didn't know it. I had no clue that this child could do what she do. I went to a musical in my neighborhood, and they showed up. I want to give a shout out to Andre Sykes, Pastor Andre Sykes, and Casey Washington, my cousin. and they were there. The girls were there, and they started singing. And I said, "Oh my God, where is this sound coming from?" They all look like their parents. And then come to find out that they have a CD. They have a single that's out, and they gave me a copy of it, and I'm just excited. And when I look at the, and we're going to talk about this as the rest of them come in. And I look at some of the cats that are on here, and we'll talk about these guys. So, let's see, Michaela, I got it. Now, Michaela, pull that mic down.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I am well, sir.
Yeah, you went to work today, didn't you?
I did.
Where you?
Just got off.
Where you
work
working?
at Gymboree, playing music as a play and music instructor.
Music. You are a teacher?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
And what town is this?
This is in Skokie, Illinois.
Oh wow, yeah,
It's a little ways.
Yeah, you.
I beat the traffic though.
You did real good. You out there with my Jewish friends.
Yeah.
A lot of our Jewish community. Today is, I think, Hanukkah.
Is it?
Starts today or yesterday.
Hanukkah.
Yeah. And so you'll see a lot of that in your area.
Mm-hmm.
My church is in Evanston, so you only got to go through Skokie to get there. They're Dempster. So yeah. That's awesome. Now, I don't know who ringing. Is it me?
That's not mine.
All right. It might be me. I don't know. Yeah, no, it stopped. So, okay. Well, that was me, and that was your daddy calling.
Okay.
He probably heard it on the radio. He said, "Let me stop calling him." Anyway, how old are you?
I am 24.
Where do you think? It's an obvious duh question. Where did your talent come from? Now you got two choices, and I want you to be very careful.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. My parents and my grandfather.
Okay, your parents and your No, on whose side?
My mother's side. My
Your
mother's
mother's
father.
side. Really? Mm-hmm. Now, you sing and you play. Okay, so you think you got your playing from your dad, and maybe you're singing from your mom? Because I heard your dad sing, and you don't want to give. Yeah.
Those are more his feelings, you know.
Oh, I see.
Those are his feelings.
Mm-hmm. I need him to hold his feelings.
Yes, it's a mixture of pretty much all the three. My father plays, my mother sings, but my grandfather, he plays and he sings.
Wow.
So a lot of I guess you say the edge that I have will come from my grandfather, believe it or not, and my actual gifts, I believe, do come from my parents.
Oh wow, there's an edge, you guys. There's an edge.
I'm just saying like that, that thing.
That thing. Now we're doing the battle of the gospel divas today. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we've got Tramaine Hawkins and we got Vanessa Bell Armstrong. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, before we go into that, that's going to be in our second hour. Mm-hmm. Who do you think is going to win this battle?
Personally, I'm going with Vanessa Bell.
Why?
Because I love her. I love her delivery. I love her sound. I just love how she sounds and how she does what she does. It doesn't take away from
Tramaine.
It doesn't take away from that, but I do enjoy, when I do listen, I do enjoy.
Yeah, Vanessa. Yeah. Yeah, I will say that. I will say. But what do you think make a person, make them, for instance, we're talking about these two, you say, well, Vanessa, but do you think it's the way they sing, or do you think it's the material that they sing that causes America to say, that's my favorite?
I think it's more the material, and then it's more the material, but it is how they deliver it. But within your delivery, you have to be given a certain type of song. So
that's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. You got somebody like Mary J. Blige. Okay, now what kind of singer you think she is? She's a good singer to you?
I don't want to.
You want to go there?
I don't want to go there. Mary J. Blige is an entertainer. She's an entertainer. not a vocalist.
Okay.
She's not a vocalist, but she's an entertainer.
Yeah, pull that mic close. They want to hear you.
Okay. she's an entertainer, and so that's how I look at Mary J. Blige. A diva, nonetheless. Dress, the image, the everything. But as far as vocal, it's not as cute.
Not as cute.
It's not as cute as your laryngitis.
That's. I agree.
Probably. I leave that alone.
Go ahead. But you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
People always said for years, she can't sing.
She just can't.
But she sold millions of records. So do you think it's because her material was good, the songs were good, and it made up for her lack?
It definitely her image that definitely played, like I believe 80%, and then her producer, she had Diddy. She did a cover for Elton John. That beat, the way they changed that was some good music.
Yeah.
Her music was always good, and it's always something you can dance to. And another thing is, with artists that are like R&B and the world is not looking for singers who do all those runs and who can do all of that stuff. They looking for someone they can sing along to.
Wow.
Most of the world cannot sing. So that's why Mary J. Blige is where she is, because they can sing along to that. If I get on there or Kim Burrell get on there, they're going to enjoy it. They're going to admire the gift. But Kim Burrell, the world can't keep up with Kim Burrell.
That's true.
They can't do none of that stuff she's doing. So
yeah. So so Burrell, you think she has the whole package?
She just has Kim Burrell has a grace on her that I don't think I think it'll last to the end of time.
Yeah.
Her grace and her delivery, her spirit, everything about Kim Burrell is just is perfection.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, I agree. It is an amazing talent that she has. It's not a coincidence that she's a judge on Sunday's Best, and then they use her to kind of train the contestants and what have you, and a lot of the sound advice that she gives, you can tell she was born with this grace. Now, what's your goal though? In the next 5 years, where are we gonna be seeing you? What's your aspirations?
Let's just see what I see at night when I'm asleep. Let's see. I just want to be. I want to be writing. I want to be producing. I want to be playing. I want to be inspiring. I just want music to be everything. Yeah. I don't even think I want to have a regular job. I want to be specifically sold out to music, and not for recognition, not because I want somebody to know who I am. I mean, that stuff is great, and I would love the recognition, and I love the fame and all that stuff. But it's just a part of me. It's in my legs. It's in my car. When I'm driving, that's all I feel. That's all I see. It's all I am. I can't escape it.
Wow.
And so I just want that. I would hope that can become my means of living, because that's the only thing I know.
And that's good. And you're right though. I went to a concert. It was a musicians get together 2 weeks ago. All the musicians were there, and they were honoring all of the bass players, the popular bass players. Okay, and so what they did was, Michael. Let's see, who was that? Michael, bass player
Manson.
Yeah, Mike Manson. He and I walked in together, and we sat there, and then they began to honor a lot of the cats. Name some bass players.
Steve Huff, Pernell Johnson, and Chris Anderson, Lil Tony.
Yeah, they honored most of those
Rodney.
cats. There you go. They did.
Richard Gibbs.
Yeah, you said Anthony. Yeah,
Anthony Harmon.
Oh yeah. Fitzgerald.
Oh my God. Maurice Fitzgerald. John Owens.
Yeah. List goes on and on.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And
let me check in my contacts.
Right. And what they did was they had the young people to get up and play these cat songs. Okay. It was an ode to these guys. And so then they interviewed the young man and asked him, what do you want to do in life? And one of the guys said, well, I don't think I can make a living playing bass. So he says, I'm in college for yada, yada, yada now, so I'm going to lean on that. And, and they stopped him cold turkey. Mm-hmm. And he said, look around. You honoring these cats who's making a living doing this, exactly. Okay? They're traveling the world doing this very thing that you don't think you can make a living at. And I'm saying that as an encouragement to you. In 1997 was the last time I clocked into a job. That was the last time. And I vowed, I walked off that job and I said, now God, I'm walking off this job. Mm-hmm. Now I'm not crazy because I was walking into something else. All right.
Amen.
All right. But what I was walking into was my music career. Okay. And, so what I started doing, there was a church that I was bidding for. I was bidding for them. And they were offering $31,000.
Have mercy.
Okay, now in 1997, that was the good money. Mm-hmm. All right. And I was bidding for it. And I'm on a job, hitting the hammer, woe is me. And I got that phone call. I'll never forget it. In the factory, phone call. Walter, somebody's on the phone for you. And I went to them, and they said, if you want the job, meet me in Joliet. And I said, yes, I want that job. And they said, now tell us what you think, what is it that you're looking to get paid, and we see what we can do for you because we love your resume. And so we sat at the table, and I went home. First of all, I rejoiced, and then I pulled out my pad and paper, looked at all my bills. Mm-hmm. And I decided that I think I need about $35,000 to survive. Mm-hmm. All right, and I said, now they're gonna reject this, but at least if I start high, they can start bringing me back down to Mm-hmm. Got to the table. The pastor, his wife was there, and we started talking. And I said, here's my paperwork. This is what I need. I don't think I can survive without this. Mm-hmm. If you want me to work full time. And they looked at me and they said, approved. And watch this. You know how much the pastor was making? 25.
Have mercy.
I was making more than the pastor. And they said, the reason why we're doing this is because the music is what bring in the people.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And we are projecting that in 6 months, our membership could possibly double because we're bringing someone of your caliber in. And that's exactly what happened. The membership grew, the choir got big, the praise team got big, and everything happened. And they said, this is the perfect investment for us, for you. Don't worry about the pastor. He can write some books, Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that was 1997. It's 2014 now, and again, I've never had to punch in a clock, all right? Now, has it been easy for me? No. Mm-hmm. I had to learn discipline. I had to learn how to be self-employed, be my own man, my own boss, but when I go out, I set the price, okay? But it took me a while to get to where I am today. So I never had to call somebody and say, hey, I need to play for your church. I need to, they always call me, all right? For the past 15, 20 years, every weekend my phone ring, okay? Mm-hmm. But I set a precedence. And when I come to the gig, I'm the first one there a lot of times. Wow. I'm always early. And then when I'm there, I play or I write, or it depends if I'm in a studio or if I'm at church, what have you. When I'm there, it's like it's my last time.
You have to be that way.
You have to.
You have to treat it as if it's your last time.
It's your last time. Yeah. And then they keep calling.
Or it may be your last time.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah. What's your story?
Well, I have dual passions. So at one time, that was my only passion, to be a full-time musician. And I did it. But I discovered through music that I had a passion for teaching.
Yeah.
So I ended up becoming a school teacher as a result of doing a musical gig at a school and interacting with kids. I also learned that I didn't like teaching music in a public school setting because everybody doesn't have the same passion. So in a public school setting, you have a bunch of kids in there who care nothing about music. They see music as a free period and just want to play.
That's true.
So me loving teaching, I ended up becoming a teacher of general ed. my music story has afforded me to, well, I've traveled the world a couple of times with your mom and dad. Yeah. And yes, a significant portion of my income has come as a result of music. And it comes like you, I don't have to beg or advertise. The reputation speaks for itself based upon many of the free gigs I've done for people.
Sure.
And you never know who's in the audience.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll say, well, he did it for free. And sometimes people will call and say, I ain't got no money. And if it's in my spirit, I'll do it. And then the next time there's like a pay it forward type situation.
That's true.
Doors open. I've played for many great artists over the years. Calvin Bridges, playing for him, opened up doors for me to play for. Daryl Coley, Tramaine once, Rance Allen a couple of times. I've even played for Walter Hawkins once. That was a dream come true. Even though it was a church service, it was not necessarily a concert. It was still, he remembered and honored my gift and allowed me to play for him. I was able to put it on a resume. And I would have to actually look it up to say who I played for.
Right.
You can make it musically, as you so adequately put it, but you have to be disciplined both with your craft as well as your income.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, when my children were younger and the needs were greater, I decided to supplement my musical income with teaching. But as they're getting older and my passion for music is increasing again, making them fend for themselves, I'm ready to do this.
There you go.
You know, I'm ready to really do some other things other than just grind the 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with having that discipline to grind the 9 to 5 and be able to balance the two.
Sure.
But it depends on what you want to do with music. Fortunately for me, I'll be off for the next 2 weeks, and then I can do other stuff, and then I have summers off, which gives me that time to do more musical things.
Absolutely.
So I'm flexible as opposed to a person who works 52 weeks a year. See, that's a different dynamic in itself.
That is.
And every holiday I'm off.
Yeah, and you're teaching. Okay, do you is your schedule like his, like a public school?
Not at all. My schedule, it fluctuates. It's different. Like there are some days I go in at 8:45 and I'm done at 1. Some days I go in at 8:45 and I'm done at 5.
Wow.
It just depends on the classes, and these classes are more developing the children rather than actually teaching them. We're developing their speech. We're developing, the difference between up and down, left and right.
That's teaching. That's teaching. No, honest to God, because I get those kids after you all get them. And if you look at it strictly as developing, they may never develop. But if you look at it as teaching a skill, they learn it.
Yeah.
They get it, and we do it through music, and it's not necessarily like me teaching them theory. It's more, what I've done, I changed a little bit of the curriculum and helped them see more rhythm than, because a lot of the stuff we do, we just play the music and we let them dance to it, or we let them shake maracas to it, but I actually add numbers. Like if I get a song that's in 4/4, I let them count with me. This is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do that with them because they're so small.
Oh, absolutely.
But at that age, you'd be surprised how they respond to it and what they do.
Wow. Y'all, the other half of the family walked in.
All of them here now.
And I tell you, I'm tickled pink because they all pretty. All of them. Them Thurstons, they ain't no ugly Thurston in the world.
They not thirsty for looks.
They're not thirsty for beauty. Absolutely. We have, and we're going to have them come on the mic and give a little shout out here. And they're right on time because we're going to go to a break. I found an old file of Mama.
Ooh.
And I don't know. Is Mama here? Is she here? Or is she parking or what? She out there? Okay, yeah, we'll get her over here. So what we were doing, we were talking about the music opportunities before you guys walked in. As you can tell, your uncle sounds like Barry White. Because that's just the way it goes.
You don't sound like Barry White. You sound like Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, Smokey Robinson. Oh, Smokey, he's
squeaky voice. No, Barry sound like this.
You sound like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've got a lot of files here that we're going to do, especially when we get to the battle the gospel divas and what have you. So what we're going to do, we're going to focus on the Thurston family and try to get some, maybe they can tell us some secrets about the family that America don't know about. We're going to do some things, and we're going to try to embarrass Superintendent Michael Thurston and see if we can do. Now, you know what we do is we do a hymn of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Every night, okay? So we all pick the hymn. And your dad's gonna have to play it.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll go from there. Also, number 2, another thing that we do. Yeah, this keyboard over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got an expensive Casio.
Top of the line.
Top of the line.
Got it right at oldies.
Huh?
What is it? You know how old we are, don't you?
Yeah. Also, what we do was called the breakup song. Okay. Mm-hmm. The breakup song is we take a song that our guests have written and composed, and Alvin and I, we take it and we break it up, and we try to find out what was in your mind when you wrote it. Okay,
we break it up into pieces.
We break it up into pieces. That's why we call it. So the breakup song today actually will be. Now I got 2 songs here. I've got you guys single, and I've got Gina Thurston single. Okay. So we're gonna have to decide which one we're gonna break up, okay? And we're gonna talk through it and find out what was the composer thinking when they wrote this bridge, this verse, this special, and what have you. Okay, All right. And the audience loved that portion, because what it does is it brings attention to the song,
teaches them how to listen.
It teaches them absolutely, and it helps the composer to bring out the message that you really want them to really hear. Okay, all right. So, hey, D, I found an old project. Let's see. There's a file on there that I think Gina Thurston's name on it. No, actually, it's called. It's Let's Get Ready. Do you see that? Okay. This one here is an oldie. Some of y'all might have heard it, but it's from Reverend Clay Evans and the Ark Mass Choir.
Yeah, I sang in that choir.
Did you? Yeah. 1992, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there that night.
Yeah, well, if you go to YouTube right now, Gina Thurston was, she looked like she was about 15.
She looked like one of y'all then.
Yeah.
Maybe a hug.
Now, who was born close to 1992? Which one? You, 94? Okay, right there. Okay, all right. So you wasn't around, all right, but you were around. You was 2. All right. So this is Malachi was 2 years old. This is her 2-year-old song. Reverend Clay Evans, the Ark Choir, Gina Thurston on the lead, y'all. Let's get ready, and we'll come back and we'll talk to the family. Okay. All right, y'all, this is You Being Praised, the Sir Walter Jones Show.
Log on to urbanbroadcastmedia.com and check out the many services Urban Broadcast Media provides. Whether it's social media, video production, radio broadcasting, or audio recording, we got you covered. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries. Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
A young man that you all know is Joe the Policeman from the What's Going Down episode of That's My Mama. I want you to put your hands together and welcome him to the stage. Big round of applause.
Hey everybody, I'm back. I'm back. Barry White is back. Yeah, we're here. Today is Wednesday. It's Music Business Day, and today is the day that we bring in all of the wonderful new and old artists out there who got projects out. And what we do is we feature them, and at the same time we talk about hot topics that's going on in the music business and music ministry at large. Who do we have on here before?
We've had Percy Beatty. We've had Pernell Johnson. Calvin Bridges.
Yeah.
We've had DuBose.
Fred.
Freddie DuBose.
Yeah. We had Lawrence too, right? Lawrence Jones.
Lawrence Johnson. Lawrence Jones.
Yeah. Who's that rapper?
Larry Jones. Mrs. Jones. We done had Jesus here a couple of times.
Yeah. Well, he never leaves us.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you run him away.
He said sometimes I run him away.
He gets us the back of his finger.
And today we have the Thurston family. Is a wonderful way to end our year.
Yes.
And I was talking before they got here about how Gina Thurston really laid the road out for many of us. And I'm gonna talk to Gina right now. If you can pass that mic over to her. Gina, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful.
You look good.
Thank
you still sound good. I heard your project. I'm excited to play it on this show here. Now you got your start. Who was your big inspirer back in the day when you kind of kicked off your career?
Just the old gospel music, the old artists, the Tramaine Hawkins, the Vanessa Bell Armstrong, of course the Clark sisters. Sure. Just that era was really, really life-changing for me.
Yeah. Who, where do you think your gift come from?
My talent in terms of genes comes from my father. My father is a recording artist as well. But, of course, I have to give the glory to God for the gift because when I feel like, I can't do it, he assures me, when I open my mouth that he's there.
He's there. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, you got your first recording contract when? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. It was 1994.
94. Mm-hmm. And that was with what label?
With Ty Scott.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Was it Michael?
Michael Houston.
Houston.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, Michael.
Houston, yeah.
He's in Indianapolis now, right?
He's in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, and you released this project, and what was your hit song over that?
A lot of people really gravitated to "Didn't I Tell You?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a lot of people gravitated to I love loving you, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Now, yeah. And what we like to do on our show, we like to bring out some transparencies in some of the struggles that happens in the music ministry and the music industry and ministry. For those who are listening out there who want to jump in this thing and think it's easy. Mm-hmm. What can you tell somebody who's interested in getting labels, getting signed and jumping into this industry? What are some of the things they need to look out for?
Oh, there's a lot to look out for, but if you stay focused on what you want to do and what you want to bring to the table and what your mission is, you'll be just fine. Yeah. There are a lot of struggles. Of course, the enemy doesn't want us to sing praises to God no matter what. Mm-hmm. So there's always going to be those struggles in place. However, we have to keep the focus of who we're doing it for.
Right. Absolutely.
And that'll keep us going from day to day.
Yeah. And when your first release what was it called? Was it Mike and Gina Thurston?
It was Mike and Gina Thurston. God's been good.
Yeah. And you guys traveled a lot. Okay?
Oh, yeah, we did.
How hard was that to travel with a record deal and trying to raise a family?
That was extremely hard, but I thank God I had a good team, my family, my mother. I didn't ever have to leave my children with just anybody. You know, I didn't have to go out and try to find a babysitter. My mother always kept my children. And if I didn't have my mother, I had a sister from the church, Sister Deborah Giles. She had like 10 children of her own, and she still kept my children too. So I had a great support system lined up.
Now you've got your 4 children here who now have launched out into the deep. Okay. How are you proud about that? Are you?
Oh, I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. They came from me.
It came from me. Do you see the old you in these children right now?
I can go to every last one of them and find one of my traits.
Wow.
And just make a whole nother person.
Wow. Which one of these girls gave you the hardest time?
They're all good kids.
Oh, see, now, come on. Al, do you believe that? Come on. Right here. You pointing at the... ask the daddy. Daddy would know.
Now, I'm not proud of all decisions and choices. Of course, my mother wasn't happy with everything I chose to do. So we're never going to be 100% happy with everything.
Sure.
But there's no perfect child. So, and raising these girls was the joy of my life.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Now, you furthering your career, I often hear people put on Facebook, what would you say to the younger you? What would you say to the younger you now that you know who you are now?
Relax, girl. It's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You got a lifetime to live and to do whatever you want to do. Slow down and just take it one day at a time. You know, God's gift is timeless. Who knows what day or what time or what hour he's going to pour on you, but just take your time.
Yeah.
Timelessness of God.
Oh, timeless. Yeah.
Sometimes people will begin.
Grab that mic.
Sometimes people will begin to feel that their gift has, you'll hear preachers say, you missed your season, or this is your season. And I never ever bought into that theology because God gave you a custom-made, tailor-made gift for you to reach a custom audience. So I'm so glad you said that, because you just made my shondo shiver.
Look at Sarah, how old she was when she had,
absolutely.
So
you
just never know the time or the hour, but you got to be ready.
Be ready.
Yeah, when it happens.
Wow, that's good.
Did you do a song about Be Ready?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. See, the shameless plug, wasn't it? Now, the young lady right here, I'm looking at with the mic pointing your way. What's your name? Pull that mic closer.
My name is Amber Noel Thurston.
Oh, she has 3 names, by the way. Amber Noel Thurston. Yeah, Noel. Yeah. How old are you?
I am 15 years of age.
15 years.
I'll be 16 this Friday.
Oh, see that? Another shameless plug. Oh, wow. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, 16. Okay, and you joined forces with your sister. Now, do you write as well?
I mean, no. I
Aspiring?
I wrote a song before when I was young.
Really?
But it wasn't, really serious. But I do like writing songs.
Really?
I just want to perfect my craft.
Sure. What's your dream?
My dream is to travel around the world and go everywhere with my sisters singing. Yes, I want to be somebody. I want to be known all around the world with my sisters.
Wow, worldwide. That's awesome. What part in this project did you play as far as singing? You alto, soprano? What are you?
I am soprano.
Really?
And I only sang soprano on the singer. Everybody else sang different parts, but I'm the only person that sang one part on the singer.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm just a soprano.
And you're comfortable
yes.
with singing soprano?
Mm-hmm.
And
very.
Do you sing in a choir?
I sing in my church choir, and I sing praise and worship at my church.
And you find yourself in that soprano section.
Soprano.
She know who she is. Mm-hmm. I love that. Mm-hmm. Now pass the mic to that child over there, who gave me some wonderful some children. That one right there. I love this girl here. Yeah. That's why I'm pointing my finger at her. Okay. Yeah. What's your name?
Janet Thurston.
Janet Thurston. Mm-hmm. Now on Facebook, you got another name.
Janet Lachelle Thurston.
Okay, so Lachelle is your middle name.
Mm-hmm.
See,
that I share with my mom.
Oh, your mom's name. Yeah. Oh, didn't know that. Mm-hmm. See, you learn something new when you hang around the Thurstons. Didn't know that.
Well, you know what? I thought her name was Babe.
Yes, but yeah, absolutely. So, what about you? Are you a writer?
No, I'm not a writer.
You don't want to be?
No, I see myself more as I can help arrange.
Okay.
More of an arranger than a writer.
Really?
So, with the songs that we have, I find myself helping Michaela or whoever arranging it and getting it the right way.
Yeah. Your singing is amazing. Who was your inspiration coming up? Your mother was. Wow.
Always.
Wow.
Yep.
That's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you sing. Now, when you sang with me, what did I put you?
Soprano.
Soprano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you more comfortable soprano or alto?
I'm more comfortable with alto, but my tone, I always find myself in soprano.
Going right up there.
All the time.
So do you find yourself having a hard time, though, when you're singing with your sisters?
No.
And you leap? So you're disciplined in that?
Oh, yeah. I can jump from soprano
from
to alto to tenor. Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, tenor. How do you feel about that? Singing?
Tenor,
it's a
I
challenge.
find myself singing they be like, Janet, you can sing regular when you sing
right.
tenor.
Yeah.
I be like, oh, God. Michaela's like, just sing like yourself when you sing a tenor, but I found myself singing like a dude. Right. So they keep me at the tenor, but alto and soprano, I'm more comfortable with alto and soprano.
Yeah. What's your dream?
My dream is to definitely travel with my sisters and definitely, because we need a family business.
Yeah.
I want to help. I want to be the background business side of our family as well as travel with my family.
I love that.
Keep us up.
Yeah. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
Pass that mic, or you can just pass that one over.
She got one in front of her, man.
She do. Oh, all right.
Hello.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Deja Thurston.
Deja Thurston. Hey, she had two names.
Deja Nicole.
Oh, see. I was hoping there. All right, Deja Nicole.
Deja Nicole.
Okay, where did Nicole come from? Whose idea was that?
Well, that's my mom's idea. My aunt's middle name is Nicole, and her daughter's middle name is Nicole.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure my cousin's gonna name her child
I'm
Nicole.
pretty sure. Yeah, you think when you have children, there's gonna be a Nicole in there?
Probably. Probably not. I don't know.
It'll run its gamut already.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to end that cycle.
You're going to end it? You're going to break the cycle. Yeah, one and only. Now, how old are you?
I am 14.
You're 14. Okay, now you're the baby.
Yes.
Right? How does it feel to be the baby in the family?
Well, I certainly had to grow up very fast because all of my brothers and sisters are older than me and they're very mature.
Sure.
And had to find myself thinking above my age and but there was some times that we all act goofy in the living room, playing my mom's clothes. Me and my sister were playing the makeup and the jewelry and everything. Sure. But I certainly had to grow up very, very fast.
Very fast. Yeah,
very fast.
And now, what part do you sing in the choir in this group?
I am an alto tenor.
Alto tenor.
I have a very deep voice.
Yes.
And then I have a very
absolutely
uppity voice. Sometimes on a given day you can see me singing soprano, but I don't sing soprano.
When you guys started singing, I was mentioning before you guys got here, Andre Sykes Church.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And I kept trying to find out who in the world was that singing like the way I'm talking right now.
That was me.
I know, and that's why I'm saying is I looked over here and I think you have a part in the song, in one of these songs, where you sing by yourself.
Yeah.
And
yes, sir.
And it was you were in the belly of the whale in the dungeon, and I said, "Oh my God." Somebody that slim got all that bottom like that. It was amazing, and that's unusual for someone your age, to sing that low. Is there a desire for you? Do you feel you're comfortable there?
I am very comfortable there.
Really?
In school, they always tell you, your voice is so deep. How you get your voice so deep?
Yeah.
And I just, my voice is just comfortable right here. I just talk like this all the time.
Wow.
I have to find myself talking like this to sound like a girl and let everybody hear how I sound for real. But
sure.
I'm right here.
Who was your biggest inspiration? Yeah, it's a good time.
Wow. My mom, of course.
Sure.
And then it's my big sister, Michaela. Like,
oh, wow.
She just inspires me so much because my sister's voice is kind of just like it's kind of just like mine, but like it's just my sister and my mom. She also helped me feel very, very comfortable of what I want to do, how I want to do it. Every time I say Michaela, I want to do this. Go ahead and do it, girl. Go ahead and do it. And that's just very. Just amazing.
Wow.
Now, I'm being controversial here. I've heard all y'all give y'all inspirations, and you direct it to your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't saying nothing about y'all daddy.
Vocally.
You trying to say your daddy can't sing?
No.
You trying to say?
No,
I'm do my friend like that.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Their daddy can't sing.
Oh, he like me, huh? He no can song.
Now,
okay, nah.
But the boy can preach.
Oh, he can preach and he can play.
Yes. Like I told y'all earlier, he gets his feelings. Those are his feelings.
Because I asked her earlier before you got here, where did her gifts come from? Whose side? She mentioned her grandfather, right? And she mentioned her mom and dad. I said, okay, now, which one did the vocal come from? So she said, well, it's my mom. I said, what about your dad? Well, his feeling. It was amazing.
We all look just like my dad.
He's our vocal trainer. Since he's a organ player, he helps us with our parts, and he's our vocal trainer, basically.
Your jaw.
Show your teeth.
That's good.
Raise your eyebrows. He's our vocal coach.
Yeah.
He's our substance.
He's our substance.
Yeah. Well, I know that, and then we tease him a lot, but my church is Faith Temple out in Evanston, and we always bring him out there to train. And Barbara, Buddy Gill, who's listening right now, his wife is over the children's choir. And he was teaching the kids like as if he was teaching the mass choir in First Jurisdiction. And those kids they were jumping into place. And there's compassion in him. There was consideration too. And the consideration is just as important because you're dealing with different levels of learning. And you just have to be considerate to say, we can't be exclusive. You're a teacher, okay? You're a teacher. And I can understand the strain of having 30 kids in a class with different learning abilities. Mm-hmm. How do you give an exclusive lesson to all of them without somebody missing out because they can't get it? And then you guys got to stay after class sometimes. Then you got to dumb it down for the ones who are a little less, and that's got to be difficult.
They call that differentiated instruction, and you have to hit the multiple intelligences. The learning styles. You have the three. You have the visual, the kinesthetic, and the auditory learning style.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be able to make them see it, or some of them have to hear it.
Yeah.
Then you have to do it. So your lesson has to include all of those, even though it's general. You have to include all those components to make sure everybody gets it. Because sometimes the visual learner don't get it when they see it.
That's true.
They get it when they do it.
Yeah.
The kinesthetic learner doesn't get it sometimes until he hears it and combines it with what he does. I think me being a musician gave me the advantage of becoming a teacher because
I agree.
You do all of that in a choir rehearsal.
You sure do.
You help them see it. You help them hear it. And sometimes you have to come up with a creative analogy to help them hit those vocal nuances.
Sure do. No, that's good. That's a yes. That's a good way of putting it. Who's this? That's who?
That's our brother.
This is your brother?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Now I'm looking at the project here. This project, what we're gonna play in right after the break, the Thurston Declaration. The single's called "We Can't Make It Without You." The Declaration.
Yeah, I like that.
I see a video coming.
Yeah,
needs to happen. But you got here on piano Benjamin Moore.
Wow.
Who was my MD at my concert. Okay. And let's see. On strings, you got Michael and this child on my left. You played strings on here? I saw you on YouTube. You were at somebody's house. You were some relative, and you were playing, and you were singing a song, and I didn't know you could play.
My Uncle Sean.
Yeah. I did my homework on the Thursdays, trust me. Okay. Lead guitar, Dominique Winters. Who was that?
When that boy plug his guitar in,
wow,
to tune up, you just. It's like you're floating with him.
Wow. I just saw your daddy. All of that was
One
your
of
daddy.
the,
when that boy...
yeah.
He's young, but his playing is that of a singer and that of an angel. He plays like an angel. Wow. He's amazing. And if
we need to meet him.
Call Dominic Winters
we need to meet
if
him.
you want him on your if you need a guitar player.
Yeah, well, see.
We need to bring him down.
We need to bring him down here. Bass guitar, Jimmy Carter. The president.
Oh, I forgot. That boy good. That boy real good.
Oh, Jimmy
Carter. And I ain't just saying it because his name Carter.
Oh, okay.
But I done heard him play before. Yeah, he good. He made my toe twinkle. He's good.
Well, here's my dear friend Daryl Little Man on drums. Mm-hmm. You know, he's spectacular.
That's that fat guy. Little man, that fat guy.
Yeah, little man, the fat guy. Yeah, he's got a lot of hair on his face too. He looks Santa Claus, but Little Man is amazing. So then you got lead and background vocals. You have Gina, Jay. Now Jay Thurston, that's your brother you're talking about.
That's the preacher.
That's the preacher. Wow.
He took after my dad.
Oh, really?
Yes.
He travels. He's in
Where is he now?
He's in Wichita, Kansas right now.
Wichita. Is that where he lives?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wichita, Kansas. There's an old song called Wichita Lineman back in the 70s. Yeah, Wichita Lineman.
I'm trying to think who that
it was Glenn Campbell.
Glenn Campbell, Wichita.
Yeah. Y'all can Google that when you get a chance to get home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what we're going to do is I'm going to do something on the spot here. I want you guys to sing Amazing Grace. Okay? Now, we got enough mics for you. All right, Amazing Grace, acapella, or as we say, acapulco. Okay,
acapulco.
All right. Now, if you need words, your mama give it to you. Okay. And now,
put us somewhere.
all right. Now, you need to. Let's see. How am I gonna do this? You give them the key, okay? And if it's too high, too low, they can blame you for it. All right. Good. Okay. Now, pass the. You can pass this mic over. We can pass this mic over. Look, pass that over there. Then you take this mic, and then you take this mic.
Then Mama take this mic. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I take this mic.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
So we were here. Unison. Mm-hmm. And then, you know how we get.
I love it. Love it.
All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Let's do it again.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, all right, but now I see. What a song! What a song! What a time!
Amazing.
It's so simple, but it's so complex.
Cause the praise
excuse the mess ups.
Please.
No,
excuse our
that's why I put you on the spot. Ta-da is right. I love it, and you can see that when you knew that you might have went in the wrong spot, the both of you were like, went there. Mm-hmm. You were directing each other where to go, and that is a unit. That's a wonderful family unit. Okay, and there are a lot of singers out there who don't know how to sing together with each other. They don't know how to sing together. And you look at some of the praise teams that I see out there. It's a disaster. Okay, I don't know if they don't rehearse or
they don't know how to blend.
The blending, they just go to screaming at everybody, and it's horrible, and it affects my worship. Yeah. Actually,
I imagine it would.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right. Now, but I think there's a difference between a praise team singing like a choral group opposed to singing like a choir. Mm. Okay. One thing I had to learn when I was trying to learn praise and worship, that because I was a choir director for so many years, I was instructing the praise team in a way of a choir, of a mass choir almost. And somebody stopped me and said, "Brother, this is not a choir. We can't sing like that." We said we can't. No, we're a praise team, so we have to invoke the people out there as well. So you can't be going to these innuendos and things like that. And I had to learn. I mean, I was about your age when that was happening. But down through the years, I had to try to learn that there are different styles. Now, what style what you call this song here? This song on your CD? This is radio.
I would just call it Christian.
Okay.
I mean,
contemporary gospel. I don't know.
Contemporary gospel.
Urban. It's gospel. You hear a little of my rock and alternative influence.
Yeah.
You hear a little of
the old school gospel. That's strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Then that should be the breakup song, because they're trying to figure out what's the genre.
Let's define the genre.
Define the genre.
We're gonna define that.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna define it.
Let's define it.
Yeah. We're gonna define that right after this break, and then we're gonna set loose Superintendent Michael Thurston. And let him speak for himself. Okay. He gonna speak for himself. We're gonna put him on the hot seat.
5 minutes sermon then.
All right, y'all. Yes. This is You Being Praised. I got the Thurston family here. Y'all don't want to go nowhere. We got one more hour with them, and then we just gonna let them go and have cake. Okay? And we ain't got no cake. Okay. This is the Sir Walter Jones Show.
Broadcasting all over the world at urbanbroadcastmedia.com, delivering love and inspiration 24/7. This is UBM Praise. The following show is paid programming and does not necessarily express the views and opinions of Urban Broadcast Media and its subsidiaries. Thank you for listening to UBM Praise.
Let's go. Sir Walter Jones. Who is it? Sir Walter Jones. What's his name? Sir Walter Jones. Whose show is this? Sir Walter Jones. Who is it? Sir Walter Jones. Say it again. Sir Walter Jones. Who you with? Sir Walter Jones. One more again. Sir Walter Jones.
The Sir Walter Jones Show. Co-host Alvin Carter. We are a Christian talk show in where we tackle all the hot topics in a believer's walk.
That's right.
Wednesday is Music Business Night. We feature new and old artists. We talk about the music ministry in churches, choirs, musicians, music directors, etc. And we talk about publishing, record deals, ASCAP, etc.
Sir Walter Jones. Who is it? Sir Walter Jones. What's his name? Sir Walter Jones. Whose show is this? Sir Walter Jones. Who is it? Sir Walter Jones.
Hello. This is Barry's son. How y'all doing? We've got the Thurston family here. And I want Superintendent Michael Thurston to step to the mic this is man that's part responsible for me being blessed with these kids here in this room here. They're not kids anymore. They up there now, so they could speak for themselves and all that stuff. And the only kid in the room is Alvin Carter. Other than that, the rest of them grown. Michael Thurston is another legend in our town, and I don't say this because I know him and I've known him for many years. I went to Orr High School, and I would walk up and down Chicago Avenue. That was my route. Orr High School was on Pulaski, Chicago Avenue. And there were a couple cats who me and my brother Rodney and Larry and what have you, we looked up to in the music ministry. One was Wendell Lowe. Yes. Okay. And of course Ed Showers was always there. But this boy by the name of Michael Thurston, who we heard about, and we would go and visit the church. Now, he was at his dad's church, I think it was at the time. And we walk in there, and this boy is sitting on this B3. Yes, and he's playing, and at this time, I only knew how to play chopsticks. That's all I could do. And he's playing this organ, and I see his feet going back and forth across the bass pedals. And I say, how in the world can you take your left hand do one thing, your right hand do another thing, your left foot is doing another thing, and your right foot is doing another thing? How are you your equilibrium? You must be a genius to be able to do that. At 3 hands. Yeah, I could barely get my chords out, but he's using his feet. And then when it comes down to shout music, he gonna do. Yeah, well, yeah. And I could not understand how he could possibly do that. And that launched my career on sitting on the B3. Well, we had a C3 at the time. And I would sit up all night long and try to figure out how to hit, because his feet, was always big. And so I was trying to figure out how could those big feet hit one note at a time. They're supposed to overlay because they're so big, and but I
know what your car look like.
I didn't understand it, and then one day we turned on the radio, and there was Michael and Gina Thurston. And traveling around the world, and so we thank you for Michael for coming in and being a blessing to us and giving us the gift of life here with these children here. That's just so awesome. Now, what is the name of your church?
United Worship Center.
United Worship. Where's that?
It's 4452 West 16th Street.
Oh, 16th Street. That's in Chicago.
Yes,
wow.
Sir, right across.
Now, what would you call that side of town?
West. It's the west side.
West side.
South.
Okay.
Southern end of the west side.
Yeah. Now you're a Kojic man, right?
Yes, sir.
What's your jurisdiction?
5th East, Bishop James Curtis Austin.
Now, did that jurisdiction kind of split at one time?
Yes, we were just 5th East, but when Bishop McCarthy passed away, the National Church came in and saw an opportunity for both of the men of God to launch their ministries and spread their wings. Yeah. So they gave 5th East to Bishop Austin and 5th West to Bishop Washington. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did most of the people agree with that, or you think there was a disagreement here?
I think the whole jurisdiction as a whole, we all were like, can we all just get along?
Yeah.
I think the split hurt more of my generation than either one, because we grew up watching these men of God together, and then to now have to look like we got to go now 2 houses to go to that. Yeah. I think our generation, those of us between the ages of maybe 25 to 45 to 50, were probably affected the most.
I agree.
Although we adjusted well, it was God's will for it to be, but that part of that dichotomy kind of messed with us a little bit for a while, because we still have the yearnings and the desires to be with one another, so when we see each other, it's like a big reunion type thing, but it affected most of us.
I agree, and it seemed like a lot of splits did happen in a lot of our jurisdictions. Yeah. First jurisdiction split with Robert Sanders. Okay, third. Is it third? He's the third, right?
Bishop Sanders is third jurisdiction.
Yeah, third, and and you're right, it hurt my generation, because we grew up coming up with these guys. Now we're separate. We got separate conventions and what have you, and it really hurt us. And I do agree with that. Now, who was your inspiration musically?
Wow. Well, I went to school with Wendell Lowe. That's one. That was a big influence.
Yeah.
Ernest Allen was one. But the guys that literally took time with me and sat with me was Stanley Robinson and Lloyd Brown.
Wow.
They sat with me. They would pick me up.
Gotta have them.
They would pick me up. And Stanley back in the day, you remember the Fender Rose?
Cool, yes. Come on.
He would put that big old thing up and put it in the back of his car. Out of here. Take me to the church, and we would rehearse and practice. He would take all the time he needed.
Amazing.
And they would actually sit down and show me, because there were some guys that was like, I was like, do that again. It's almost like catch it.
Wow.
But they would sit there and spell it out for me. And then Stanley told me, he said, your aspirations are wonderful and great. He said, you're trying to be too bad too soon. He said, learn how to play some hymns.
Wow.
Playing the natural keys.
Them. Yeah, that's him.
And that's the foundation I had as musicians. Wow. Some great guys. And to this day, everywhere I go, they know their name. I don't care if it's in Stockholm, Sweden. They know Stanley Robinson and Lloyd Brown.
You're right. Because
I can't forget my foundation.
That's good.
And I've had other influences. However, those two, and I cannot forget to list Myron Boyd from Mount Carmel Holiness Church. Those guys were instrumental in my foundational years, getting me started and coaching me and encouraging me. But there are others who have sown into me, so I can't. I'm a big ball of love from everybody. So,
a big teddy bear. Right? Yeah. Now you guys got your wife was telling me about the contract. Okay. Who's responsible for that? Who leaped out and chased them for that?
Actually, to be honest, there was a showcase that came to Chicago. And the showcase, you had to pay to get into it. And I was praying. I said, Lord, I know you've promised us some things, but faith without works is dead. And I had a choice between paying my light bill or enter into this contest.
Yeah.
And I know some people would say, you stupid, you paid your light bill, boy. No. God gave me the unction to do it, and I'm glad I did. And from that sparked the record deal from Ty Scott.
Wow, ain't that something?
But make sure it's God to tell you now. I'm not advising everybody to do that, because sometimes we can miss God. But that time I heard God, and I don't regret it.
Oh yeah.
You better make sure it's God, son.
Make sure it's God, son. Yeah. What were some of the struggles that you faced?
Some of the struggles I faced was the challenge of trying to balance music ministry, home life, and at that time I was starting to aspire to be a preacher. So I think the biggest challenge was I wouldn't say it's a challenge, but our training rooted us and grounded us and made us more faithful and diligent musicians to our ministries.
Absolutely.
We weren't music hoppers. We didn't go to the highest bidder. I've had people offer me more money in my daddy's face.
Wow.
And because they disrespected him, I brutally, kind of cut him up.
Brutally?
First of all, I wouldn't play for you because you just disrespected my daddy in my face. So I don't want to play for you at all, period, now. So if I had the chance to play, I wouldn't want to play because of your disrespect for my father. So my training and my dedication to my ministry, as a result of me being faithful at home, God opened other doors for us elsewhere.
Have you noticed a trend in a lot of musicians now are becoming pastors?
Yeah, because it's a Levitical thing. It's I don't think it's foreign, because matter of fact, if I think about it right now, I don't know too many pastors right now, old or new, that have at one point were not involved in the music industry.
That's true.
I don't know, but maybe one. You can count them on your hand, maybe 3 or 4 in the whole city.
Yeah.
But every pastor I know at some point was involved in music industry.
That's something else. And then now, you guys, you had this label, you traveled, what have you. Eventually, now how many years did they put you on that contract?
Initial contract with Ty Scott was for 2 and a renewal.
2, okay.
But for whatever reason, the contract didn't go as we had planned and anticipated. And we got blessed and kept opening doors. We kept traveling, kept doing what we were doing, and never missed a beat.
Sure.
And then that's why we came with MAG Productions, which is my wife and I together, MAG. So we moved from there. We just didn't allow things to stop us. Things didn't go the way we anticipated.
Sure.
But it was a learning process.
That's good.
Nothing was wasted.
Yeah, I love that. Now you have a production company now. Now, looking back at your time with Tascott, okay, what are some of the things now that you know I've learned from, and these are some of the things that I could do better, or these are some things that I won't do.
I've learned diligence.
Yeah.
Because the Bible blesses, the Word of God says He blesses the hand of the diligent, and consistency and being diligent and being faithful.
Yeah.
I think our musicians in this generation are missing that component, and then when things are not the way they anticipate in their terms of their own music ministry, it reflects what you've been doing at home.
Yeah,
and I think that's a very important aspect that they should learn. But I will say diligence, because even through the things we went through with Ty Scott, it taught us diligence. It taught us being faithful. It also taught us timeliness. It taught us structure.
Yes.
And those things you can't pay for.
That's good. That's true. You're moving forward now. What are your goals musically for the family?
Well, my wife's project is coming out soon. My children, they're working on theirs, and I'm working on a sermon type. It's going to go with a book. And it's going to have just some soft music of my own in the background as I minister, and you're going to be able to read along in the book with this. We have a lot of things in the fire going on, and that's not like imminent, but it's coming. It'll be, hopefully by the end of next year, we will have all these things out of the fire.
Yeah. So when you look back now, how many years you think you've been in the music ministry?
Oh boy, I started playing, I believe, in my grandfather died in 81, and I remember my father and mother taking me to a revival not soon after he passed away, and dedicating my hands to the Lord. So I would have to say between 82 up until now.
Wow.
For me playing, and then in the music industry, matter of fact, it will be marked with Janet's birthday, because Janet was born in 94.
Right.
So from 94 to now is what, 20 years?
Sure. Wow.
Wait a minute. Hold on now.
Yes, sir.
I've known you a little longer than that. I looked up to you myself. It's been long 20 years, man. Come on, man.
For the music industry?
The industry? I thought you said ministry.
No.
Oh, industry, that's a different thing. I stand corrected.
Help me. I'll pray for him when you get home, okay?
I'm going to pray for you. Don't wait that long. I need it right now.
Yeah. And again, I think what you guys have done is you've taught a lot of people out there who have families in music, whether it's ministry or the music industry, and you teaching them that there's a longevity in it. Although there were struggles, we all had them. You guys are still together, and you're launching your seed. And I think one thing that jumped out of the pages is what somebody said here about I want my family to. There's a business aspect. Who said that?
Janet.
Yeah, Janet said that, and she says you want to handle the business aspect of it, and I think that's apropos, and that's why I really want to talk to her about that. And you're preaching. Okay, you're a superintendent.
Yes, sir.
Which is not a small.
It's a supervisory position.
Yes,
you are a leader of leaders.
Absolutely.
Administrative assistant.
Oh, yeah. And administrative assistant. Wow, that's two hats.
Yes. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot, and so you have to juggle that, and then being a husband, and then being a manager, and then a musician and pastor. All those things, man, that's a lot. And I really commend you for doing what you're doing.
I want to interject something, if you allow me. Seriously. How many couples in ministry, music business ministry or ministry, have survived as long as they have?
Right.
I mean, you think about, you can name several couples that have went forth in ministry, excluding the Nicholases, we don't talk about them. But,
Sure.
But, I mean, you have Marvin and Vicky.
Right.
They didn't make it.
No.
They're still together. You had Tramaine and Walter.
That's right.
Those prominent names right there. and they didn't make it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the miracle of marriage that is still viable, which is a ministry in itself. I don't know if that's something y'all may be going into to reach a few people, but there's a lesson even in that's visible here. How many marriages don't survive in music ministry or in ministry alone? And I tip my hat to you.
I do too.
Yeah. You have to develop a thick skin in this industry. Because the very people that talked about me and my wife while we were having our children, childbearing era, those same people are calling our phone now asking, can my kids come to sing? Not to mention, because I guess God has blessed us with some level of notoriety. Now, we're not, some people say, you superstar. No, we just thank God for the doors He's opened. But because we were visible some more than some others, our children were exactly 4 years apart. So it seemed like, when we were having them, you pregnant again? You pregnant again? I'm like, you ain't buying no Pampers, so shut up.
That's right.
So it got to the point where I was like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Nothing.
But at that time and place, it was very discouraging because people didn't use any wisdom.
Yeah.
We were doing what the Word of God. They said, be fruitful and multiply. Sure. We enjoyed ourselves.
Can you imagine being on the road with both of us at the same time?
No, I can't do it.
Yeah, we did.
We enjoyed ourselves.
Ooh,
and we enjoyed our children. Our children, every opportunity we got to take them with us, they were with us. We had fun. And to this day when we travel, we still have fun. So I would say to any artist that's aspiring to do anything for God, if you have children, it's okay to raise your children in your ministry. Just keep God as a focus and stay focused, stay prayerful, and stay together, and things will work out.
That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Wow. Listen, guys, we're going to do a battle of the gospel female artists, okay? I was about to say diva, but y'all overused that word. Okay. All right.
Diva.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, diva. Yeah. Now, we have on the floor Vanessa Bell Armstrong versus Tramaine Hawkins. Okay, now we're gonna find out who wins this battle. All right. Okay. Now
that's apples and oranges.
Well, I don't know. I think these. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start off with Tramaine. Okay. D, take me to 1975. We're only gonna play just a few seconds of each one of them. Okay. 1975. Going Up Yonder, Love Alive.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, we got a feel of that. You young ladies, y'all have heard this song before? I can't hear it. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, okay. We may have to turn the speaker on, or the external speaker on a little bit. We can't turn it too loud, we'll get a boo. Okay. All right, you can stop that.
She said y'all couldn't look up the window.
Now we're going to find something for Vanessa Bell. Let's go with January 1, 1983, For God So Loved the World.
Oh, God.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
I remember this era so well.
Yes.
This was one of my first challenging songs to learn how to play.
This era of music is missing.
Okay. Who won this one?
There's a draw. I mean,
we never heard the singers. We just heard the songs.
You just heard the intros. The intros were long as I don't know what.
They are.
They were
They
like
are long.
3 minutes.
Yeah. So if we stopped it here, we'd have to base it on the material.
The song itself.
Yeah.
Those are you got two classics.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like having a Cadillac classic and a
That's true.
Chevy. It's
how do you do
they
it?
both classics.
Yeah.
I mean,
A Lincoln and a Cadillac.
exactly. Lincoln and the Cadillac. Yeah, it's two.
Yeah.
And
So
I couldn't put Tramaine with
That would be like Hawkins and Thomas Whitfield. Like, how do you do
How do you
Hawkins and Thomas Whitfield?
because they both have their own flavor that they bring to the industry that nobody else brings with them.
That's true.
So I couldn't make a choice between those two.
Those two.
Now, if I had to go technique or looking for certain riffs and runs, hands down, Vanessa.
Yeah. Even on this song?
Yes.
Okay.
Even if you want to go with just straight, pure voice quality and clarity, Tramaine has got it because Vanessa has a raspiness and a grit that Tramaine doesn't. I mean, Tramaine has a clarity that Vanessa Bell doesn't have, and vice versa. So I couldn't compare the two because to me they're both great in their aspect and in the area they cover.
Okay.
So
all right.
That's
so
just
tie.
me personally.
So y'all say it's a tie.
I say it was a draw because it depends on what you're looking for.
True. Okay. Tramaine Hawkins changed.
Oh God! You gonna make me fall up under this table.
I mean, we're still singing that today. So.
Exactly.
That
Classics.
lets you know. Yeah.
All of them are classics.
It's true. Timeless.
The intro is gonna kill you because all those older songs
This is a real intro in a whole nother key.
Yeah.
It starts in a whole nother key.
Yeah.
Change gear right there. That's Hawkins.
Yeah.
Oh, those guys are. Can't even bring words to describe those fellas.
Oh, change has come over me.
In the background, that's what I'm going down to.
Oh, my
Okay, we heard enough of that. Vanessa Bell, 1983, Peace Be Still.
Oh,
God.
Y'all all right?
You're just trying to send us in, right?
Just roll me out of here.
That's right.
It's hand down. If technique, there's no comparison there.
You can stop it. So, who won that battle?
Vanessa Bell.
All right, y'all who's taking notes?
My big toe just started wiggling. So,
but okay.
Somebody got to take notes.
Let me say this. Okay, Vanessa's one, got one up, but the appeal to the younger generation began there.
Yeah, that's true.
She revolutionized the way gospel music is sung.
I agree.
Because she brought in the riffs, the cut, as we call the runs then. She ushered that in. People was doing it, even the Clark sisters were doing it, but because of the way she was placing it and the songs that her producers gave her, Thomas Whitfield birthed that.
Yes, sir.
And he helped phrase that. He taught her to sing as a musician, not just a singer.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's kind of still apples to oranges because Tramaine appealed to a whole different demographic.
Yeah.
She would appeal to the more traditional churches, and then she would sing very legato and very smooth. She never could run.
Yeah.
Unless she had to walk somewhere.
No, that's true. Unless she was being chased.
Her voice was so angelic.
Yeah, it's rich.
She really did not have to do anything else but open her mouth.
Oh, okay. Okay. Tramaine Hawkins. Let's do 1986 Light Records. Look at me.
Oh man.
Like, oh man.
Holy one.
This that discotheque era.
Yes, it is.
Her first solo. That's Maurice White. Your Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes, sir.
Look at me, I have been set free. All my sins are washed away. My nights turn to day. All because Christ has set me free. Look at me, I have been set free. All my sins are washed away. My nights turn to day. All because Christ has set me free.
Okay. Vanessa Bell. The Denied Stone.
The gospel is just the gospel.
Yeah.
This is the start, I think, of the gospel balladeer era.
Yes. Come on.
She was our Whitney for this one.
Yeah, she was. I agree. I agree.
Builders refuse.
Who was that? He went away.
The head corner.
Right. Okay. All right, you can stop that. Who won that? Vanessa. Okay. All right. Tramaine Hawkins, 1983 Sparrow Records, Fall Down.
Now, you know, this is that song
They
that
thought
was
she had
condemned.
sinned.
They condemned
She
her.
sinned.
They
And
kicked
then
her
it
out
was
the
released
church.
again by another artist, and it skyrocketed. They did nothing different to the song.
You know what? The scary part about it, she went through the Thomas Dorsey.
She did.
And
They were playing this in the club.
They sure was. And on Soul Train.
Yes, sir.
And it was Soul Train lines in it.
And they condemned them because their music was too worldly influenced.
That's right.
But it became now our traditional gospel.
Ain't that something?
So now, this era for her.
Yep.
Man.
She performed this on Soul Train.
Yes.
For everybody.
That's why they said on the hymn.
That's why.
It says 2 crossovers. She said, no, I'm taking the crossover.
Yeah.
But she also said the significance of a gospel artist being able to work longer on one album than the secular artist. She said she worked 3 or 4 years on that one song.
When it hit hard.
Oh, yeah. Okay, D. I'm doing it fast because I'm running out. Vanessa Bell Armstrong, 1987 Zama Records, Pressing On.
Okay. I thought you were going to bring out the best in me.
What's pressing on?
Pressing on.
On and on.
Mm-hmm. Almost same key, ain't it?
Yep.
There were days when I thought I wouldn't make it through the night. Hard times all around, I wouldn't let it get me down.
Like you said, this would be considered old school now.
That's right.
And we couldn't play this in church growing up. They would kick us off the organ.
And I thought that
playing that mess up in her.
Yes, I did. But I think that I've been through the worst. Pressing on and on. God knows I took a licking, but I just keep
Okay. Who won that one? Tramaine?
Yeah, I gotta get on to Tramaine.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Okay. We're going to do one more because I got several on here. Let's see. No, 1986 Light Records, Holy One, Tramaine Hawkins.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. That's the first song I ever played in public. I was tricked into playing it.
I was really struggling with this one.
Me too.
I struggled with this song. I wanted to play it so bad. I guess I was just too anxious, and it wasn't coming to me. But when I stopped trying, it fell in line.
It's the first song I ever played in public, and Darius Brooks sang it.
Oh wow!
That was part of the trick. Well,
it's an F sharp too, isn't it?
F.
F or F sharp.
F. It's written in F.
I guess my piano was out of tune that day.
Well, the sheet music was an F.
Is it?
You know, you get the light books to go with the albums back in that day. I was too afraid to play it.
Was it F? It's kind of off, ain't it?
It's F sharp. It's between F sharp and G.
It may have been recorded.
No, it's the recording because it come off of YouTube, so that's why.
Fast.
Oh yeah.
Okay, last one, Vanessa Bell. Y'all get ready. 1984, Faith That Can Conquer.
Oh, don't even play it. She won that. I mean,
She won that hands down.
that song is still sang today.
Yeah, honey.
Now, who's on the piano?
Tommy Wilfield.
Ain't but nobody could play that song like him. Everybody sang that.
I've heard this song rocked and butchered so many times.
Yes.
Wrapped in butcher paper.
Yeah.
Just ruined.
I heard this one person just murder this song. I was like, I ain't got no faith now after that.
I had a church mother saying her teeth fell out.
Oh, Jesus. Faith for some super glue.
Okay, you can stop it. Who won? All together, who won? Vanessa took this home.
Got 3-2.
Okay. I agree. We're gonna do the breakup song here. It's called "We Can't Make It Without You." Okay, here are the rules. Y'all don't say nothing. Okay. Alvin and I will analyze this song to see what is it about it that possibly could make it this a hit song. Okay, or not. All right. Okay. We don't have the power to stop and play, so we just have to play through it, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's go for it.
Here we going.
Stop it. Who wrote this song? Who? What's your name?
My name is Michaela Thurston.
Okay. You wrote the lyrics or the music or all of it?
All of it.
Okay. All right. So we can blame her for it. All right. Here we go.
All right, one more time.
All right, Alvin, you ready?
Yep. It's a hit. I'm hooked. I'm ready to buy it.
Why?
I've already heard 3 genres of music in it.
Okay.
Well placement.
Yes.
Well placed musical structure. Then I'm hearing the harmony in it with the rhythm, the syncopation. That's well, they call it counterpoint in classical music.
Right.
Because you're having so many rhythms that's going in, but they're all synchronized.
Okay.
Yes. Ooh, good harmonies. And then it's consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So even a rookie musician can learn it.
That's true.
They may not have all the fullness,
sure,
but they can get through the song.
Okay. What's coming up now?
Another verse.
Okay.
Hands up, high, surrendering all.
You're confused without your father. Please don't let us fall.
Your strength is made perfect in all our imperfections. Take us by the hand, lead us in the right direction.
So, is that the intro? What you're hearing right now? Did you hear this?
It's the intro.
So what is that saying?
It's saying that there's a consistent...
there's a theme there.
A consistent theme. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. It's A-B parts. A, intro, B, the verse, A, the chorus, B, the verse.
Okay.
This is a verse again.
What's this?
Would this be a verse or a chorus? A chorus.
You're not supposed to ask them that.
They told me.
Oh, y'all shut up.
Best practice is look around. Peer tutoring.
What's getting ready to come up?
Either a turnaround or a bridge.
Okay.
So what is this? Because I hear this more than I heard the chorus.
No, you determine that.
A verse. A second chorus. Okay.
Maybe what's coming up will establish that.
That ain't fair. You heard the song before.
It's the vamp.
No, it's not the vamp. No, it's not the vamp. It could be the vamp musically. Okay.
What's this?
That's a bridge.
Are you sure?
It's taking me somewhere.
You positive?
That's how I feel musically.
Okay. That's your interpretation.
I haven't heard the rest of the song.
Okay.
It's got to go somewhere else.
Okay.
It's got to go somewhere else. This is a bridge.
You sure?
And the music is telling me. The piano player is leading me. Yep.
No.
Tricked me. It's played differently.
There you go.
But it's the same chorus. Yeah. So it's a segue of the same chord structure, but different.
Yes.
Different application.
Yes.
There
you go.
That's what I was waiting for to come. So it's extended bridge.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's telling us, it's giving us the message, it's giving it to us in different segments.
Yes.
And different styles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this part sounds like a chorus, even though y'all say it's not a chorus, but because that theme I hear more than anything else throughout the song.
So apparently it appears that part of the song
it begins and ends, and then it's in at least 4 sections I heard throughout. So,
yeah, and she was trying to drive that particular part home. The part you keep hearing, that's the part she wanted to drive home.
Yes.
Yeah, not musically and lyrically as well.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And what was wonderful, and I must tip my hat to you, is that your lyrics blended well with your different movements. It fit perfect versus sometimes stuff just like, okay, let me put this lick here, let me put this groove here, and it was good musically. And even lyrically, they were nice, but they didn't blend. They didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You writing grown folks music.
Yeah, you are.
That's what I call. I can listen to it. I want to buy that. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Now, grab that mic. How did we do?
Great.
Okay.
Did you give that much thought to music?
Did.
Okay, that's what we. I mean, when you were writing it, did you give that much thought to it? Because when I write, I don't think. I just play what I hear and write what I hear.
And when he talks, he don't think either.
No, that's the truth.
Yeah, he don't think much. Ask his wife. She'll take. Yeah. So, reason why we tell the artists to don't say anything because I'm a songwriter. I've written 1,500 songs. Okay, and plus, all right, and they're my babies. But I also want them to be heard and understood. And a song should not be played, and then you have to explain why you had to do this. I don't understand why you do it. Here's why I had to do it. If you have to explain your songs, then you got to go back and rewrite because you should leave people wondering what does she mean by that. You know what I'm saying? So when we heard it, we heard your heart, we heard your message, but you had to marry it with the music. It's called prosody. The melody and the lyrics got to come together and marry. And I think Michael can understand when you hear songs where the lyrics is tight, but the melody just did not work with
or
it.
The
made
rules
no
behind it did not support it well.
It made no sense. No match at all. There was no marriage.
Singers, can I ask you this? You ever sang a song? It's like the you had to work too hard because the music didn't give you enough.
Absolutely.
Or the music gave you too much. And you had to find your place in it.
Yes.
That was a lack of prosody.
Yeah, exactly. And so what this thing did at the very beginning, when you heard the intro, you said you fell into it.
It pulled me in. It locked me in because it was solid.
It was solid. Yeah.
Yes, and even with the different nuances that you showed your palette, your musical palette, your diversity. I can hear the diversity of your musical palette. I can tell your CDs. I mean, you have a wide range of musical influences.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which gives your song marketability.
Yeah.
To a whole wide audience because they'll like it because they'll hear the rock vibe that was in there.
Yes.
Some of them hear the classical vibe of the minor chord progressions.
Absolutely.
And somebody's gonna listen only to the lyrics.
That's it. So everybody's rich.
See, he's a beat man.
He's a beat man. Now, so your purpose of this song, you're writing it.
I was sitting in my room, and I was just thinking about. I think I was thinking about my bills, and I was thinking about. I was thinking about a lot of stuff that had gone on in my life, not necessarily bad, but just stuff that has gone on in my life, and I'm just like the time that I spent when I really wasn't as saved as I should have been, when I wasn't as connected with God as I should have been. I was thinking about my thought process then and how I was constantly looking over my shoulders, constantly having to say sorry, constantly just not focused at all. And I noticed that Michaela and the difference between that Michaela and the Michaela with God in her life. And it was just like it makes a difference when God is there with you, when you know he's there, and when he's directing you. And those bills didn't seem as bad when I had God in my life because he gave me songs to sing to take away from the pain or take away from the anxiety of having to think about this and that. So even if your situation is bad with God, it isn't.
Yeah.
And so that's I was sitting on my keyboard, and that melody, I just played it, and I actually have the memo on my phone from when I first. It sounds completely different, but I was just playing it, and I felt I just started writing, and it just happened that way.
And that's what we heard. That's exactly what we heard. And all I got to say is mission accomplished.
Yes!
Mission accomplished. She pulled it off. Okay, now, here's another song by her mom.
Okay.
Gina Thurston. This is called Love You More. Now, who wrote this?
I did.
Okay, Superintendent wrote this song, all right? We're going to go ahead and play this. I want y'all to listen very closely, and let's see if we can understand what came out of the mind of Michael. That didn't belong. What's the style, Alvin?
A gospel ballad.
Yes.
More than silver, more than gold.
Wow. Beautiful, pure
more than riches or wealth untold. More than diamonds.
Almost anthemish.
Anthem. That's what I'm hearing. Yes.
You can actually make this a vocal, like as I always say, your favorite choir could take this and make it an anthem.
Sure can.
Brooklyn Tab could take that.
Absolutely.
More than sin.
Yeah.
More than
There it is.
That boy good. That boy good. That boy, I be hearing that stuff, boy. I can't read, but I can hear.
And we didn't need them to say it. We needed them to hum it. Perfect. Let her say it.
Yes.
They can say it later on.
But let it be established.
That's it.
Sometimes the subtleties.
And they dropped out, you notice. Good.
That's good production.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which is a whole nother lesson.
What just happened?
A repeat, but now the instrumentation fills in. So it's a third verse, but the groove is being established, for lack of a better word.
Is she singing it differently?
Not really. A few more embellishments,
yes,
more intensity, but she's staying within the confines of the melody line.
Because
she loves him more than anything.
All right.
And that's the point she's trying to get across as a singer.
Now they're saying something. Yeah.
This can also now, because of the arrangement of the background vocals, it becomes praise and worship-esque.
Yeah, that's it.
So that means an audience can come in and just take it and go with it.
Yes.
So it has that versatility without changing your versatile.
Yes.
That's oxymoronic.
It is. That turnaround. She didn't resolve. There's no resolve there. So, meaning what?
We're about to go to another section of the song.
Yeah.
Or either go to the vamp.
Yeah.
Two-part song.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in the van.
Yeah.
Or either a bridge to a van, because you can go somewhere else.
That's true. Yeah.
You get sweeter than the day before. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Cries out to you, Jesus, 'cause you've been so good to me.
Ah.
Okay. Let's get ready to say something.
Turn around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
So that's a segue or a turnaround. No, I wouldn't call it a turnaround. It would be called a segue into the vamp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's a vamp. Because you did it more than once. So the more was a segue. Now he's the vamp.
Mm-hmm. And that opens her up to just
be free.
Be free. Because he could have inverted the choir, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that can hurt you.
That's what I said it earlier. Sometimes it makes it harder on the lead singer when it's so much intensity coming.
And they keep going back down.
Yes.
Yes. That frees her to just be herself.
But it also frees the listener as a worshiper to
That's
not
good.
get distracted by the harmonies. Now they just do something in there for those of us who like to listen, who listen technically.
Yeah.
You know, but you want, I don't know what the intention of most artists is, but when this type of subject matter, you want them to forget about the song and focus on him.
Yeah.
This song is a tool to usher into your presence. What song was it? I need that song again to get me to a certain place. After a while, I forgot about the song. I'm all about him.
Yes.
So the more, it's meditation.
That's it.
And the definition of meditation is basically equivalent to what a cow does when he eats. A cow cuts.
That's true.
And when they eat the grass, they swallow it, they regurgitate it back up, eat some more,
Sure
take
do.
it back in, eat some more. That's meditation. I keep going over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
More
and more and more. And the music did that because it kept going over more,
Yes. And
more,
more and more.
more,
That's
more.
it.
And then when the music changed, that means I swallowed it, I ingested it, I got the nutrients. Then it went back, I regurgitated it back up, chew it, because there's still some nutrients
Yes,
left
sir.
in that grass.
Yes, sir.
There's
Yes,
still
sir.
some more in there that I need.
Yes.
And when I get some more out of it, I take it back in and I want some more.
That's it.
We'll put you in A flat.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, but I'll be flat. Too high for me.
Superintendent.
Tune up.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Excellent interpretation.
Oh.
That's exactly where I was.
Yeah, that's where you were.
I want to, we've as an African American people have written songs out of pain and despair, and I'm working on it. I'm almost there. I'm trying to get there. God is still a way maker.
Yeah.
But I wanted to focus on the love of God.
That's good.
You know, Lord, if I don't get that car, I still love you. If I don't get that house, I still love you. In fact, and I'm thanking you in advance because I believe you probably will give it to me, but when you give it to me, I'm still going to love you more.
Because I'm appreciated from the struggle I went through.
I'm going to love you more than I love that car.
Yeah.
You can give it to me, but I still love you more.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but I love you more.
Now put him in A flat there.
E flat is my key.
Okay.
Our art says one of the things is I'm taking the song. He says, man, that one piece produced a multitude of images within it.
And he's an artist.
Yeah.
He has a twisted brain that he sees things with images,
he does.
lines and shapes. And he'll start talking, you get confused until he finishes painting. He's like, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So don't listen to him. Just wait till he finishes painting.
Yeah, wait till he finishes painting. And it'll make sense after a while.
Yeah. 10 years from now.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, all right. Now, listen, this is what we're going to do. We'll wait past the time of doing the hymn of the day. So grab that keyboard, pass it over to the superintendent. Is y'all fine what the hymn is?
Ha! Yeah, they sure didn't.
Don't look like that.
Don't look like that. You better find one.
I hope it's a hymn I know.
Well, you know a lot of them.
I know quite a few, but I'm not gonna tell you I'm a hymnologist. I will not make that claim in here.
Hymnologist.
All right.
What if we don't know the hymn?
He's playing it. He can pick his own hymn. We ain't choosing it.
Then fake it.
Yeah, that like everybody else.
Everybody else too. Yeah.
Whatever you like. She done watched too much. She done watched too much Coming to America. She knew all them lines.
Yeah. Now, whichever hymn y'all do, you got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
So you better hurry up.
They weren't there. I don't even remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sing O Holy Night. It's Christmas time. Let's sing O Holy Night.
Ah, that's a hymn. A carol is a hymn.
Yeah.
You'll find every Christmas carol in a hymn.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Yeah.
In the spirit of
Except
Christmas.
Jingle Bells.
Bring it on now.
Oh, come all you faithful.
I don't know that.
You ain't faithful then.
Holy Night.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is, actually. Believe
Christmas carols are hymns.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Long lay the world in sin and death.
Holy is the newborn King. They cried, Holy is Mary's baby. Holy is the Son of God. They cried, Holy, holy, oh, holy, holy. They cried, worthy, worthy. They cried, worthy. They cried, holy, holy, oh, holy, holy, oh, holy, holy, yeah, 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 holy, holy, holy night, oh, night divine, what a night divine, oh, night divine, when Christ was born.
Yes!
Yes. Oh, holy night, y'all. I'm just tickle pink. I finally got him here. I'm about to faint because it sounded so good. What a wonderful way to.
I wish they would have rehearsed it.
No, we couldn't tell. We couldn't tell. Listen, where can we?
Impromptu on the spot.
Yeah, impromptu on the spot. Listen, y'all, the Thurston Declaration is out, y'all. It's out. We can't make it without you. You heard the song. Go to Spreaker.com tonight. The show will be re-airing tonight. Spreaker.com and play the whole show again and hear that song and go straight over there to Malachi's page. Michaela, I keep calling Malachi.
Malachi.
Yeah, go over to Michaela. Go over to the Gina Thurston's page or Michael's page. Y'all buy this stuff. This is soul searching. And you heard us do the breakup song.
Good music.
If Alvin is touched, we all are touched. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here tomorrow.
Mike Finley waiting for you, man.
Yeah, Mike. Well, Mike gonna have to come back next week. He should have been down here. Thursday, Theology Thursday, and Friday is Fireside Friday. And whenever you guys in the neighborhood, stop by the Sir Walter Jones Show again, please. And we talk about any and everything known to man. And we're gonna have Wednesdays. Yeah, it's Wednesdays.
Somebody on Facebook say
Superintendent. Huh?
Somebody on Facebook say encore.
Encore. Amen. We gotta get Superintendent Michael back over here to help us teach.
Yes.
All right. So when you get some chance, please come back. And help us teach. Maybe tomorrow we get back to get some teaching done. Yeah. Okay, y'all. We gotta go. Go to Spreaker right now, and all of our shows up there for you to hear. Pray for my voice, and I'll be okay by tomorrow.
You'll be all right.
All right, y'all. We love
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thurstons. We love you.
We love you too. Love you.
Right.
Merry Christmas from
Merry
the
Christmas.
Thurstons.
This is the Sir Walter Jones Show. Woo! Glory.
You've been listening to the Sir Walter Jones Radio Show, where he provides you with a biblical perspective for your everyday life. Stay connected to Sir Walter Jones by visiting him online at www.sirwalterjones.com or on Facebook at www.facebook.com/AskTheElder. Stay tuned until next time with the Sir Walter Jones Show with Sir Walter Jones.